Okay, today we want to create an HTML and CSS navbar, navigational bar. So after you've created your HTML file and your CSS style sheet, what you do is to bring out the HTML boilerplate and change it to navbar. You can name it whatever you want to name. All right, then I'm going to link my style sheet. Okay, styles.css. All right, I'm using an external style sheet. Okay, then I create a div. Inside that div, I declare an anchor tag href. I'm going to call it home, and I call it home. This is the home button. Save it. Then I give a class to my div. I'm going to call it navbar. All right. So I'm going to copy this anchor tag into 4 or 5 places, as many as I want. Okay. So I'm just going to change the link to contact. Okay, home, yes, services. I'm going to call it services, then changes to services. Then I'm going to call this about. This changes to about. Then I'm going to call this to contact. This changes to contact. Okay, contact. Then this changes to, I will call it gallery, or I call it portfolio, or whatever that fits you. So I'm going to call it portfolio. You help me spell portfolio? It seems the right spelling has left my head. Okay, and this is going to change to portfolio also. Okay, all right, so I'm done with my navbar. So I'm just going to add a little heading. So I create another div, and I declare h1, and I call it, this is an HTML stroke CSS navbar. I save it. Then I head over to my style sheet. As quickly as possible, I head over to my style sheet. I declare the body. In the body, I will set the margin to zero, yes, and I set the font family um, font family to Helvetica. I love to use Helvetica, and I set. Okay, I'm done with the. Okay, so I'm going to remember that our class here was navbar. See, we made a mistake. Navbar, yes. The class here is navbar. So you're going to head over to your css.nav. Remember, you have your syntax has to be correct. It was capital N, so you have to take note of that. Navbar, okay, .navbar, because it is a class. We set the overflow to hidden, and we set the background color. I'm going to use the color code to 192, yes, 9. I think that is going to be blue. Yes. To no, yes, that's going to be blue. Let me change the color. 1929B8. Yes. Yeah. Okay, that's the kind of blue I was looking for. Or you can just type the name of the color, whether you want gray, blue, or whatever you want. All right. So dot navbar again, anchor tag. Then we set the float to left. I set my float to left, and color is going to be white. So I'm going to just use FFFF. Okay, to get the white color. Then I'm going to set text align to center, text align center, and I'm going to set the padding 14 pixel. I think that should be enough, and 16 pixel. Okay, then I'm going to set my text decoration so it will not have the list. It will not underline the link anchor tags. If you don't set the text decoration, it's going to underline. It's going to add an underline to it. So text decoration non font size should be 17, or even if you want to use 20 pixel, it's okay. Whatever fits what you want. Margin left. I'm going to use 30 pixel. Okay, so I'm done with that. I go to hover. So navbar. I'm going to use anchor tag is to hover. Okay, remember to add your cuff bracelet. Coffee bracelet. I'm just going to add background color. DDD. That's what I want. Color. I'm going to use um the same deep blue that I used here. Then if it doesn't fit well, I can change that color anytime. All right. So I'm going to also declare. Go to your style to your index notation, and we want to add a class. We want to add a class to this so we can be able to style it on style sheet. So I call it page or whatever you decide to call. I call it page. I go back to my style sheet and dot page. So we say padding left. Padding left, I said 30 pixel. Yes, 30 pixel. And I'm going to use margin top 50 pixel. And I'm also going to use color. I will make it blue this time. And I save the work. So when we preview, it's going to give us exact